All right, y'all, welcome to the final mobility session of the 6-week Strong at Home series. I am feeling it personally, so I am very excited to go through this mobility session with you. It's only 12 minutes long. June is also clearly very intrigued and needs to, I guess, stretch it out with us today. Again, it's 12 minutes long. You're gonna see 6 different movements, 2 times per move. We're gonna go nice and steady and smooth through the process. 45 seconds of work, 15 seconds of rest. You don't need any equipment. So let's chill out, relax, and get right into it. All right, in about 10 seconds, we're gonna start with a downward facing dog to an upward facing dog. Just make sure to go nice and slow through the movement. In 3, 2, and 1. In your downward facing dog, you can always add on some right and left heel drops to open up those calves more. And then as you go into your upward facing dog, take it nice and slow through that transition. Place the tops of your feet on the ground. Lift your chest away from your shoulders. And try to just let those hips sink heavy. Curl your toes. Hips go up and back. Try to almost roll your spine like a wave as you transition from down to upward facing dog. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Rest. If you only get in a couple, I have June hair everywhere. If you only get in a couple of rep counts throughout the 45 seconds, that's totally fine. 3, 2, and 1. Last time we're here. Again, just take it slow. Going through every movement. Nice and slow to really feel where your body needs that extra love and attention, where you're maybe holding on to more tension and stress in your body. The next move coming up after this is a single side 90-90, and we're gonna add on to it. 10 seconds here. Rest. So we're going into that 90-90 stretch, starting with, I'm gonna start with my left leg forward, right leg back. From here, your feet can actually go into a 45. I call it 99, just depending on your range of motion here. So with a static stance in your legs, slowly start to reach forward with your back nice and flat, trying to keep your knee on the ground, and then come back up through center. You can twist open, working through your spine, kind of bringing things out. But I really just want you to work through the movement here and find a little bit deeper stretch into that hip. You can lean back, lean forward, rotate, lean over to the side. And switch it out. Opposite leg in front and back. Ooh, felt some pops in there. And now same exact thing. I just want you to work through opening up that hip, opening up your side body, figuring out where it feels a little extra sticky, and just breathing into that motion. Oh my goodness, this side for me definitely is a lot more tender, a lot more tight. And so when I find a sweet spot, I'm just gonna sink into it and breathe. About 15 seconds here, and we'll move on to the next exercise. Rest. Awesome. Next, we're gonna transition into our upper body. So you can go into a kneeling stance. Arms are gonna go out nice and wide, reaching for opposite ends of the room. I want you to twist your palms. So one twist open, one twist inwards, and rotate through your shoulders. So if I'm leaning into my right side, my right palm is twisting out and up clockwise, while my left palm also turns clockwise, but I'm rotating inward towards my shoulder. Right and left. Lean into that side. Rotate those palms, they're facing upwards every single time. Rotating clockwise and counterclockwise. Rest. Awesome. That's a little bit hard to visualize. You can watch me here again. Instead of both palms facing up, turning outward, one of those palms you're gonna face downward and then push it up. So your shoulder is turning inward. So it might take a little bit of adjusting and a little bit of a mind game, but once you get it, just honestly don't think too much about it. Just let your body go into this motion wherever makes sense. What we're trying to do is just open up through those shoulders, find the mobility in that shoulder joint, in that full rotation, opening up your neck, your back. Obviously shoulders, like I said. Reach, 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 and twist. Nice, 10 seconds. And rest. Awesome. And next move we're going into is a split to world's greatest stretch. So, finding that split position, I'm moving my right foot forward, left knee is on the ground behind you. You can go into a modified split here like me. Bring your right toe up and then walk it forward deep. World's greatest stretch, keeping your front heel on the ground. Sink your hips back and forward. Nice. Sticking to that one side, keeping your chest up, trying to lengthen out through that leg, opening up that hamstring, opening up that hip flexor as you lean forward. Rest. We're gonna do the same thing on the other side. And then we'll only have 2 more exercises. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Lean forward, opening up that hip flexor, and then lean back, picking that toe up, extending through that leg. Don't overstretch here. I feel like oftentimes people tend to overdo it and it ends up causing more issues than resolving issues. And we don't want to cause issues, you know? Trying to keep you healthy, trying to keep you moving and active, and injuries prevent that. So find the spot where it's not maybe the deepest stretch ever, but you do feel that tension, and then just start to breathe and slowly lean into that. Rest. Final 2 moves. We're gonna go into a Frogger. Knees are gonna go nice and wide. We've done a lot of half Froggers, I feel like, but we're gonna go into a full Frogger today. On your elbows, hips get sent back, and then come forward. I'm actually gonna turn myself because my knees need some padding on them. Send your hips back and come forward. Try to keep your heels right behind your knees. That's gonna help open up your hips even more. And if you need any extra padding, you can always add a blanket, double up on your mat, fold it over. Oof, my little hips are so tight. 5. Rest. Oh, same exact thing, same move. Just try to go a little bit wider in my stance, see if that feels any better. Or if I can get a little bit deeper in. If you're really flexible, you're gonna be able to sit your hips all the way back onto your heels. If you're like me, you can't do that. And that's okay. You don't need to like be the most flexible person in the world. It's just the intention, and also prioritizing mobility in sessions like this is really, really important, so that maybe one day you can be as flexible as like those crazy gymnasts or Cirque du Soleil. But also, again, it's really just to help loosen your muscles, loosen your joints, and keep everything nice and lubricated so that you don't have any injuries. Rest. Final move is going to be a deep squat with a thoracic twist. So working into our hips and then again our back here. So legs out nice and wide. Find that deep squat. Twist open towards the right, and then twist open towards the left. Hips come back up, and then stay up nice and tall. If you need a little bit more of a modification, if you feel like your back is really hunched over, just go into a deep sumo squat here, using your palms to open up those inner thighs, and then drop your shoulder right and left. Both are essentially the same thing. They're gonna both work on your inner thighs, opening those up, your hips, your thoracic twist, but it just depends on your range of motion and your personal mobility. They both, for me today, feel fantastic. So I might switch off between the two. Final 45 seconds of today's, I'm not gonna call it a workout. This is not a workout. But it is a session. So final 45 seconds here. Sink into those hips. Really take your time. Breathing through each exercise. Almost there. 20 seconds. Take your time. Today is the day to slow down. This feels so good. And done. Great job. Way to take a little extra time today for you, for your body. And if you enjoyed this mobility session, if you enjoyed it, slowing it down a bit, please let me know in the comments. Give this video a like, subscribe to the channel if you are not already, and you can always share with a friend, show your support. I very, very, very much appreciate it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Spin City. All that information is going to be right down here and below in the description. And I will see you in the next video. Bye, y'all. Take care of yourselves. Lots of water.